The S-Class series, or we talking the sport car series. These are your Ferraris. These are your Lamborghinis. These are your Bugattis. Okay, whatever that nigga, how that nigga say it. Bugatti. That's your Bugatti. That's your Lamborghini. That's your Range Rover. That's your G wagons and the Mercedes, right? That's your Rolls Royces. Those are your Aston Martins. These are the ones that are so damn bad and everybody wants them that most of the time nobody can get them. Nobody can get them. Okay? Even your boy. I was hitting up some sports cars today and they was not replying back. Your sports cars is going to be that's where everybody is trying to get to. I am not an American and me don't understand the English very well, but you is very, very smart, bro, and your haircut is very interesting. Like, muito obrigado. Desculpa, você não entendeu português. Mas eu falar português mais ou menos, mas eu entendeu português. No bom. Eu estudar português tudo hoje, mas ainda no bom. Mas desculpa, você não entendeu meu English. But getting back to what I was saying, the sports cars is where you need to be at. I mean, the sports car is where everyone wants to be at, but it's hard to get to because most people are not going to get to get to the sports cars like that. Um, but it ranges, right? So a sports car is going from anyone 8 to 10. Okay. Now you have your low end sports cars, and then you got your high end sports cars, right? So your high end sport or your low end sports cars is most likely going to be like the Range Rover. Okay. So your Range Rover is going to be your 8. Your G wagons are going to be your 8s. What else is a low end sports car I can think of? And that's not even a sports. With that being said, like what I just named is not really sports cars, but they're the 8s. But I can't even think of a low end sport car if I'm being 110 with you. Because I was about to say, like, is an Aston, like, no, an Aston Martin automatically goes to 10. Like, you don't really get too many low end, like, your luxury, like, that's why the sports cars is actually really, really hard. Because sports cars really start from 9 to 10. But your high end luxury is going to be in your sports car territory of what I'm talking about, right? So if I say she at 8, and I'd be like, oh yeah, this G wagon right here, bro. She on some bullshit, blah blah blah, right? I'm not gonna say she, but I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, this G wagon right here, bro. The G wagon on some bullshit. G wagon trying to act like she a whole Ferrari when really she really just like she missed a couple oil changes on God. Like, I'm talking about an 8. So a G wagon's at 8. A Range Rover's at 8. Um, I can't think of no other damn low 8s. Hold on. Oh, your Porsches are low end 8s too. But actually no, we can put a Porsche. Actually, a Porsche can go either way. If I say a girl Porsche, she's either going to be a high end. So yeah, actually yeah, we can put Porsche in there. So like a Porsche Boxer or a Porsche Cayman, that's a low 8. That's a low 8. But if I say she's a Porsche, what's that Porsche fucking car they got? Hold on. What's the Porsche car that they got? It's that sports Porsche car. I forgot what it's fucking called. The 911. There you go. If I say she a Porsche 911, it's over. It's over. That means she's a high end 8. Okay. Now your 9s are going to be your those are going to be your Rolls Royces. Those are going to be your Aston Martins, right? Those are the ones that are going to be your 9s. And sometimes those could also be your 10s too, but most of the time, if I'm talking about it, if I say, oh, she's an Aston Martin, or I say, oh, she's a Maybach, or you feel me, like, or if I say, she's a Rolls Royce, most likely I'm talking about she's a 9, because me personally, I don't really put those in 10s. Like, if I get a Rolls Royce or Aston Martin or a Maybach, like, it's literally just a stunt. Like, I'm not going to take that car seriously. Like, I'm not going to be. First off, those are not even cars. Those are the car. Aston Martin and a Rolls Royce. you don't drive those cars. You're in the back seat of those cars. That's a fact. Like, you feel me? Like, it don't even look right you driving that car. You're supposed to get a driver for that car. And me personally, I like to drive my car. So that's why I wouldn't put them in the tens. Now, other people may put them in the tens, but me personally, I don't really put them in the tens because I don't really respect the car like that. I'm like, it's cool, but it ain't nothing for me. But you know, hey, to each his own. But if I'm talking about a nine, I'm most likely talking about that. Um, I'm talking about a Rolls Royce. I'm talking about an Aston Martin, uh, Rolls Royce, Aston Martin, or a Maybach. Now, once we talk about tens, when I'm telling y'all about a 10, I'm talking Ferrari, I'm talking Lamborghini, I'm talking what else is the luxury brands that I like? Really just a Ferrari and Lamborghini to be 100, but there's other brands. Hold on. I'll give y'all Ferraris, Lamborghinis, um what the fuck? Is that it? Oh, the McLarens. There you go. McLarens. Um, Not even the Bentleys. The Bentleys I probably put in number nine too to be 100 with you. Yeah, like the Bugattis, the McLarens, the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis. Those are really the ones. I mean, not Bugattis. The McLarens, the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis. If I mention any of those three, you already know what she on. She's a top 10. She's a level 10. She has nothing about her is a flaw. Nothing about her is a flaw. Most of the time, if I say she's a 10, that means, to be honest with you, she's probably gonna be on some bullshit. It's probably gonna be real hard to talk to her, and yeah, usually if I'm referring to a girl as a Lamborghini or Ferrari, I'm probably gonna be pissed off because I'm probably gonna, say something like, oh, I've been trying to get at her, blah blah. And she on some bullshit. Like, I had a couple Lamborghinis today in my Instagram I didn't hit up, and they was on some Lamborghini timing. Like, one Lamborghini told me, I was like, oi, posso falar com você? She gonna say uki. The Lambo gonna say uki. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like, Lambo, calm that down. You feel me? I had to let Lambo know. This ain't it. But y'all see how I'm talking right now? I'm keep on slipping up and saying she. But real soon we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that talking point to where every time I'm talking, I'm referring to it as Lambo, or I'm referring to it as Ferrari, or I'm referring to it as the Econ, or I'm referring it to as the sports car, or I'm referring to it as the luxury brand. Like, I'm going in and out of these stuff. All right, and you guys are going to be familiar with how I'm speaking and how I'm talking when I'm like, oh yeah, I had to pull her invoice, or I had to check the MSRP. Like, we're going to get real creative with these words, but I need you guys to know the basis. All right. So we have our luxury brands, we have our sports brands, and we have our econ brands. Now you guys know what the ranking is, and now you guys know basically how I'm going to be speaking, how I'm going to be talking when I'm referring to these luxury brands, or I'm referring to these sport car brands, or when I'm referring to these econ brands, right? Um, and again, this is all for the sake of protecting my brand, protecting the channel, and creating creating a safe space for not only for men to come on, but for also for women to come on too. Because eventually, my channel is more catered towards men, but I also want it to be catered towards women too, because we're going to have to evolve with this channel, you guys. And we're going to talk. I'm going to get into that in a second. Hopefully, you guys are still here, and I didn't bore your ears yet. But we're gonna get to that in a second. But I just want to hone in real quick to let you guys know that whenever I'm referring to a sports car, you know what the ranking is. Whenever I'm referring to a luxury brand car, you know what the reference is now. And whenever I'm referring to a econ car, you know what the reference is now. So I no longer need to say she or her or girl or anything like that. I can just refer to the brand of the car, and you guys should be able to have the understanding now, because of these because of this live, of what exactly I'm talking about. Now,
Yeah, and if you rep the Midwest, get a passport. If you're from Detroit, get a passport. If you're from